යත්ථා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති බුද්ධං ජීවිත පරියන්තං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි යේච බුද්ධාති තාච යේච බුද්ධා අනාගතා පච්චුප්පන්නාච යේ බුද්ධා අහං වන්දාමි සබ්බදා නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං බුද්ධෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු මේ ජය මංගලං උත්තමංගේන වන්දේහං පාදපං සුවාරුත්තමං බුද්ධේයෝ කාලිතෝ දෝසෝ බුද්ධෝ khමතු තං මමං නමාමි බුද්ධං ගුණසාගරන්තං සත්තා සදා හොන්තු සුඛී අවේරා කායෝ ජිගොච්ඡෝ සකලෝ දුගන්ධෝ ගච්ඡන්ති සබ්බේ මරණං අහංච සිත සිරි දෙන මහා ගුණ මුදානං සත්හට වන භව දුකට විදානං තිත්ගානා දුරු දුරලන දිනිදානං සිත් සතෝ සිංනාමදිම් මුනිදානං සාදු 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 පොඩි ළමයි කවුද එහා පැත්තේ අම්මලත් එක්ක ඉන්නේ මේ පැත්තට එන්න. Today is your day, so all the children must be here in the front. All the children should be in the front. But you cannot sleep when you come here. Today you cannot be with your parents. Come. Here are some empty seats in the front. I think this is before you go back to school. You have, every year you have a puja to bless upon all of you. For that, you gather here today, right? Yes? Okay. Okay, children, say nicely and loudly, but nice, sadhu 3 times and then namo tassa 3 times to observe Pansil, okay? Yes. Says sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Samma sambuddhassa arahato samma sambuddhassa namo bhagavato Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Pāṇātipātā vēramaṇī sikkhapaдаṃ samādhiyāmi. Adinādānā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi. Kāmesu miccācārā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi. Musāvādā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi. Surāmēraya majjapamādaṭṭhānā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi. Tisaranena saddhiṃ pañcasīlaṃ dhammaṃ sādhukaṃ surakkhitāṃ kattvā appamādena sampādē tabbaṃ. Okay, now it is time for us to make these offerings that all of you together you brought beautiful flowers, right? So, beautiful flowers that you prepared and all the incense and the candle and also the gilampasa, the drinks that you prepared. I think that's your parents prepared, but still we consider all of you contributed to that. And all these things we are going to offer to the Buddha Sadhu. Buddha is not going to consume anything, but always respectfully we make offerings. Why? To be the Buddha, he didn't just become the Buddha to boost his ego, right? He became Buddha to teach the right path of happiness to all human beings, thinking of everybody who was living around. He thought, at the beginning he thought, to all, I will save everybody. So having that thought in his mind, he was for a long time, uncountable lifetimes, he was performing perfections, what we call as paramita. So it is great dedication. I think your parents, when you look from your point of view, your parents are great dedication for your well-being, so for your happiness. So likewise he, the Buddhahamduru, he dedicated his life for the happiness of many beings, uncountable. He thought all beings, sabbe sattha bansu. Because of that, we do these offerings to Buddhahamduru, just to, as a token of respect. We want to, when we see, through the learnings, we can see what kind of great personality is he. So we cannot even think enough, right? I think if you look at, if you read, definitely you cannot think enough of him. Such a great things he did, great sacrifice he made. So therefore, with saddha, with devotion, with respectful thoughts, we make this offering Buddha Sadhu, wishing happiness to all beings, ourselves. wishing success to all of us. So having that thought in your mind, please join with us to say gathas to make the offerings. Okay? හොඳයි. එහෙනම් කවුරුත් එක්ක ලස්සනට ගාථා කියලා මේ පිළිල කරගත්ත මල් පහන් සුවඳ ගිලම්පස ඒ අමාමෑණි බුදු පියාණන් වහන්සේ ගණන්ත වූ බුද්ධ ගුණයන් උදෙසා කරන පූජෝපහාරයක් හැටියට පූජා කරනවා. පූජා වේවා. මෙසේ දියුණු කරගන්නා වූ කුසල සම්පත් අප හැම දිනාටත් අපේ ගුරු දෙමව්පියාදීන්ටත් ලෝසඳුන් රකින්න සියලු දෙවි දේවතාවන්ටත් උතුම් නිවනින් සැනසීමටම හේතු වාසනා වේවා කියලා සාදුකාරයක් දීගෙන ගාථා කියලා බුද්ධ පූජා පවත්වන්න.
සාදු 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 නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස ඉතිපිසෝ භගවාරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විජ්ජාචරණ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරති සත්තා දේව සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති ස්වාක්ඛාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සම්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලික ඒහි පස්සිකෝ පනයිකෝ පච්චත් වේදිතබ්බෝ විඤ්ඤෝයිති සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපං භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපං ශාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුග්ගල ඒස භගවතෝ ශාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති ඝනසාරප්පදිත්තේන දීපේන තමදං සින තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝනුදං ගන්ධ සම්භාර යුත්තේන ධූපේනං පූජයේ පූජනීයන්තං පූජා භාජනමුත්තමං පන්නගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්තතින් පූජයා මුනින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුවේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන හෝතු මොක්ඛං පුප්පං මිලායාති යථායිදං කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං නන්ත ඥානෝ විමලෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ ගුණාකරෝ තිගන්හාතු භගවා දක්ඛිනෝදක මුත්තමං දිවාසේතුනෝ බන්තේ භේසජ්ජං පරිකප්පිත අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු මුත්තමං අධිවාසේතුනෝ බන්තේ භේසජ්ජං පරිකප්පිත අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු මුත්තමං අධිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ භේසජ්ජං පරිකප්පිතං අනුකම්පං පතිගන්හාතු මුත්තමං ගන්ධං සීතලං කප්පං පසන්න මధుරං සුභං පානීය භගවා පතිගන්හාතු මුත්තමං වන්දාමි චේතියං සබ්බං සබ්බඨානේසු පතිට්ඨිතං සාරීත් මහා බෝධිං බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා යේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයාකත අච්චයං කමමේ බන්තේ භූරි පඤ්ඤ තථාගත යේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං භන්තේ භූරි පඤ්ඤ තථාගත කායේන වාචා පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ බන්තේ භූරි තථාගත ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවානාගා මහිද්దిక్ පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසන ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවානාගා මහිද්దిక్ පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං ඨාච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං ඊත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං සංමේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා වന്തു ඥාතයෝ ධම්මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා වന്തു අතයෝ ඉදං මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා වന്തു ඥාතයෝ ඒවෝ අස්සතු කාලේන සස්ස සම්පත්ති හෝත් පීතෝ භවතු ලෝකෝච රාජා භවතු ධම්මිකෝ උඤ්ඤකම්මේන මාමේ බාල සමාගමෝ සතං සමාගමෝ යාව නිබ්බාන පත්තියා මේ පුඤ්ඤං ආසවක්ඛයාවං හෝතු මේ පුඤ්ඤං ආසවක්ඛයාවං හෝතු මේ පුඤ්ඤං ආසවක්ඛයාවං හෝතු සාදු සාදු සාදු
Hunda punchila me sadhu kana lassanta hayyin. Say sadhu 3 times nicely. Okay. Then we have to say Namo Tassa 3 times again with me, okay? Loud and nice, but I didn't hear when you said before, okay? Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Asevana cha balanang panditanang cha sevana puja cha pujaniyanang etang mangala mutthamanti. Okay. Today's Dhamma Desana sponsors are Dhamma school children, right? Yes? That's what I heard. Right. So, last year I was here, I think at the same time. Do any of you remember what I was talking about last time? That was a year ago. But I think I said something nice for you to remember. Anybody remember anything? No? I asked many of you remember things, nice things, which is helpful for you. Right? So as children, it's very helpful. I was talking about Buddha Sadhu that day. Buddhuhamru, what he practiced. Right? I told you that Buddhuhamru, to be the Buddha, he did practice 10 perfections. Right? Perfections to be the Buddha. He did practice for a long time, very long time, 4 eons. So that eon means that you don't know even how many numbers are there. So such a long time. So then, important things I reminded that day. So I was talking about those perfections. Generosity is nice for all of us to practice, right? Yes? To sharing, all of you, I believe you are sharing. Sila is very important because if you don't have some training, if you don't listen to your parents, if you don't listen to your teachers, you will be in trouble, I told you. So therefore, that's a very important thing. I also said patience is very important. Perseverance, struggling, making effort, right? Those things are important. So I said, as children who are going to school, all those things are very important. Same like you are, of course, I think you are all thinking that playing is very important too, right? Playing together is important because as a unity, how we do things together, as a team. So those things are important. So I was reminding all those things last time. So today I thought of also something nice, very important something, but I don't know how many of you could going to remember these things. What is that important thing is, I think as Dhamma school children, we all learn gathas. In the gathas, there are 3 sutras we always, these monks are chanting here. What are those 3 sutras that we are chanting? Anybody remember? I like if you participate in, this is like not regular Dhamma Desana, I like to do it with discussion, so for you to can participate, otherwise you will fall asleep. I don't want you to fall asleep, right? Take a part and then we can have a like discussion, we can go. What are the 3 sutras these Hamdus are chanting? Anybody remember? You know, but you are shy to say it. Yes. Namo Tassa we say yes. After Namo Tassa we say Gathas, then we say chanting. There are three, always we chant that. In especially Sri Lankan tradition, we do Mangala Sutta. You know, familiar with the name, right? Mangala, then Ratana, jewel, and Metta or Karaniya Metta. All these three sutras are very, very important in our everyday life. But we should know the meaning and we should practice it. So then we get blessings from those. So Mangala Sutta. I like to talk about Mangala Sutta and few things for you to remember. And I suggest all of you to learn it, recite it. Mangala means, first we have to know what is Mangala means. Anybody can guess what is Mangala means? No? All the Dhamma school children? Not the small one? You never thought about this? We all should learn and practice. We should try to understand. Mangala means blessing. Mangala, Maha Mangala Sutta. In the book it says Maha Mangala Sutta. Discourse of great blessings. That's how it translates. So then we have to ask the question, what is this Mangala means? What is this blessing means? Or what is this great blessing means? Not only us, now we are thinking now, during the Buddhahamru's time, people were talking about this. They have so many different ideas, different thoughts about it. Mangala is this, Mangala is that, so they talk about it. And at the end, one of the Deva comes to Buddhahamru and asks him the question. When Buddhahamru is in Chetha Grove, you hear that word, Evang me sutang ekang samayang. So in Pali, Buddhahamru's language, so we hear that Savatyang viharti jetavane. So Anandahamru is reporting this. Once when Buddhahamru was living in Savatthi, that's the city. Jetavane means Jetha Grove. I think all of you know that story of that temple, that monastery, is still sitting there. That was offered by Anathapindika. So there's a name for Anathapindikassa Arami. So that millionaire, supporter of the Buddha, devotee of the Buddha, he is the one who offered that monastery. When Buddhahamru was living, he lived there about 19 years. Different times, not all together at one time. Maybe time to time he was moving around and he was sitting. 19 rainy retreat he made in that monastery. So, when Buddhahamru was living in this Jetha Grove or Jethavana monastery, Deva comes in the midnight and asks him a question. So, what happened was, in the human realm, human world, people were talking. They have different opinions. So, there were a lot of disagreement. So, they didn't trust each other. So, they didn't believe what one was saying. So, they said, some of them said, what we hear, what we see, first time the day, that is blessing, or that is auspicious. Or what we hear is auspicious, some people said. Then some other people said, what they smell is great. If it is something that you like, that could be auspicious, or it could be a curse. That's how they thought. So, when you see something, do we have such beliefs too? Do you have such beliefs? Lamai, I'm asking you now. Anybody have anything, oh, this is so lucky. We are so lucky, right? Do we have that kind of idea or thoughts? What do you think? Now everybody feels shy, nobody's talking. Are we lucky here? We think so, right? Yes? Yeah. Little girl say yes. So, I think every culture, everybody has some beliefs in that kind of beliefs. We are so lucky because we heard something. You know, I think as parents, they know that. As parents, in Sri Lanka, sometimes when you're about to leave your home, if geckos start shouting, what happens? There will, some disturbance. Or there's another bird. There was a Jataka story too, I think you learned in Dhamma school. In the Jataka story it says the, what do you call, Kottor or Kerala. I don't know what they call it in English. The three friends were saving one of their friends. Remember, turtle, the bird, and the deer who got in the trap. And they, before hunter comes, so these two friends got together, they needed help. They wanted to help the deer to go away from, release from that trap. So what they did was, they made a plan. Before hunter gets out from his home, the turtle was cutting the rope, the trap that he got caught. The deer got caught. So, but they had to buy time. How did they buy time? The bird, I forgot what they call in English, Kerala. So he was watching that hunter's home, being in the top of the tree. When he was about to leave, when the hunter gets out, Kerala cried. So then what happened? He thought, it is not auspicious. I think it's not good sign, so I should not go. So he stayed home. Then again, after some time, he was about to leave, same thing happened. So these are the beliefs that they had. So what you hear is not good, or what you hear is good. So that is auspicious, or that is very lucky. So this kind of beliefs they had. So this argument went, what it says is, argument went up to Deva realm, Devas. They could hear, and hearing this, what did they do was, they come to the Buddha. And Buddha asked this question. They come to the Buddha and ask the question, Bhante, please teach us what is Mangala. What is this Mangala means? Then, so those popular beliefs, so he did not go with those popular beliefs. What you see is Mangala, or the blessing. What you hear is Mangala, or what you smell is Mangala. These things, those are the things people believe commonly. They did not have better guidance until Buddhahamuru explained it. So then they were very happy after learning it. So what did we learn in Dhamma school? I don't know if we learn whole sutra. There are, in this particular discourse, Mahamangala Sutta, he talks about this 38 factors. Bahu deva manussacha mangalani achintang. I think it's nice for all of you to think about this. So, when Deva asked him, he was teaching something very nice. I think if you really study well this discourse, you can see, you can benefit from it. Why? It has a big plan lay out to adjust our life for the success for the well-being, for the happiness of our lives. So I think as children, all of you are going to go to school. Purpose of that what? What is the purpose of going to school? Anybody? Yes, why do we go to school? Huh? To learn. Why do we want to learn? Why do we have to learn? Yes. What are we expecting from learning? Anybody? A better life. You are expecting for better life. Successful life. Right? So for that success, Buddhahamro, doing groundwork, he has given us a plan. So if you look at it, if you study it, definitely you can build up a very successful life. So let's see, look at what Buddhahamro says. Asevana chabalanang, that was the gatha I first mentioned. Asevana chabalanang panditanang cha sevana. So let me say it in English, since I think you are not happy with Pali, right? So it looks like that you are not happy with Pali gatha. So let's recite it in English, then you can understand it. To live in a suitable to associate with wise, not to associate asevanacha balana, not to associate with fools, to associate with wise, and honor those who are worthy of honor. This is blessing supreme, or this is a great blessing. So now questions should be coming. Not to associate with fools. How do we know who is the fool? Anybody can guess? They offer you bad things. Thank you for participating. They offer you bad things. So foolish, we also can be fools sometimes. If we do something meaningless, all right? Some at times we can do foolish works. So we must be able to use our discretion and figure out who is fool and who is wise. In Buddhahamro's teaching, Buddhahamro says, foolish person, this is how he figured out. I think action-wise, some people do bad things. Some people do bad things. Some people say bad things, right? Now, do bad things, say bad things, and think bad things, right? If physically, mentally, and verbally, if we do bad, that is not good. Buddhahamro says that is a fool. But at the same token, if we do nice things, if we think nicely, and if we say nice things, very pleasant words, I think you children are not saying bad words. Anybody say bad words here? No, right? You always use nice words, very pleasant. So this is what Buddhahamro said, use pleasant words. So everybody likes to hear pleasant words. So you have to remember that. Never, even though you hear from your friends or other people in your schools, you don't copy those words and come and share those things. Why? They are not pleasant. If they are not pleasant, we should not use them. So, then we can be wise people too. If you don't do anything bad, anything harmful, right? Harmful to you and harmful to the others, we should not do those things. So therefore, this is how, in Buddha's teaching, according to his teaching, how we figure out who is fool and who is wise. So keep this in your mind, and you have to practice them. So if you practice this, this is called practicing Dhamma. We are living in Dhamma. We have to live in Dhamma. So this is what Buddhist means. So that's also we have to remember. We have to remember who are the Buddhists. Buddhists are the people who have wise friends, not foolish people around us. So we have to associate always good people, nice, compassionate people. Then you can learn good things. So it's very important. See now, to have a successful life, definitely we have to have good friends around us. How many of you have good friends? Okay. Now I think what you mean by good is all those friends are sharing with you good things, not the bad things. Right? Yes? Yes. So there are, in that Gatha we learn 3 factors as a blessing. What is that? Not to associate with fools, but associate with wise. And third one, honor those who are worthy of honor. Who are the worthy of honor? Who are the worthy of honor? 4 children. Who should we respect? Elders. Okay, very good. Right? Yes. Buddhu Sadhu. Okay, that's number 1, right? Buddhu Sadhu and Loku Sadhu, right? Nayaka Hamdru and the other Hamdrus in the temple. And also, you also have another Buddha Sadhu at home. Who is that? Your parents. They are the Buddha at home. So you have to be respectful like you are respecting to Buddha Sadhu. That's also very important. If you are respecting your parents like you are doing to Buddha Sadhu, you will be always successful. Why? You have good relationship with your parents. Nice blessings. That's a blessing. When you have Buddha at home, when you are respecting them, definitely you always get blessings. So keep that in your mind too. Okay? And who else? Who else should be respectful? Your teachers. If you are not respecting, if you are ignoring your teacher in your classroom, what happened? That's good. Bad grade, no attention, always, yes. Clueless, yes. So teacher and children should be understanding each other, right? When you are sharing with your teacher, they care about you. That's very important. You are sharing your thoughts. You participate in teacher's teaching, in the discussion. So your teacher can know you well. When they know you better, they will be more, pay attention and help you. So that's very important. Okay? So it's a ground. The first important thing is to have good friends. Kalyana Mitta. What else Kalyana Mitta does to us? So even your teachers, like Kalyana Mittas, they help you not to do anything bad, not to do any wrongdoings, not to make any wrong decisions, right? Making a decision is a very important thing. Sometimes your parents, when you cannot decide it, what you do is you talk to your friend, you talk to your parents. After discussion, then you make the right decisions. Very important. Right decision making is very important. So for that, everybody is helping. Your friends, your parents, and your teachers, in that sense, all of them are like really good Kalyana Mittas, right? So Kalyana Mitta is stopping you from any wrongdoings. Anything wrong, maybe like when you are, since you are a child, you cannot see the danger of something that you do. But your parents can see it. They right away they stop. Don't do that. If you do this, sometimes they may not explain it to you. But you can ask them, why? I like to know why it is. So then they can explain it to you. Right? Because there may be some kind of danger in that. That's why they do stop. From their own experience, they can see it. Therefore, they guide you to do the right thing. So that could be a great blessing to you. Then the next gatha comes. So this says, to live in a suitable locality, to have done meritorious actions in the past, and to have set oneself on the right course. This is a blessing supreme. I suggest you to learn in both Pali and also in English. So that could be really, you can chant it. You can sometimes, like you are singing a song, you can say it. That could be a great blessing as you hear it. To live in a suitable locality, you know, according to the explanation, where we live now, long time ago, it is not a suitable locality. Why? We regarded in the Buddhist countries, people, they thought that's a suitable place. Why? We are being Buddhist, we want to go to temple, right? We want to see people who are practicing Buddhism or the Dhamma. Where we can see Buddhist things like stupa, right? Like Bodhi tree. Those are the essential items in a Buddhist background. So when we see that, it always reminds us. When we see a stupa, nice one, huge stupas like in Sri Lanka, whoever went to Sri Lanka, you might have seen them, right? Huge ones in Anuradhapura. So that keeps a big, big impression on us. So when we see, wow, what is that? Why is that? So from that, as soon as we see it, we learn a lot from that. What is it about? There are a lot of things to learn, stupa. I'm not going to talk about that now, because it's going to be a different story. So there are a lot of connection from Buddha Sadhu's life to now, and who made it, why that big size-wise. So likewise, we may, another day, maybe in Dhamma school, you can discuss those things. However, the seeing is important. So therefore, in this kind of countries far away from Sri Lanka, those days we thought this is not a suitable locality. Why? There was no temple. Until we have, at least since we have this temple here, this is suitable now for us. In fact, for all the children, you can understand nowadays, even in technology so advanced, we can learn Dhamma from the internet, right? How many of you listen to Bana in Dhamma? I think some of your parents are listening to Bana in internet. So you also can get used to it. So whole world has become, because of that, in a sense, whole world has become a suitable locality, at least 50%. There's availability of Dhamma to listen. You won't see things. Of course, in this country also, there are many places there's no temple at all. So, you are, in that sense, you are very lucky. We have temples around us. So, those days, this is what comes in commentary. Wherever there's no temple, signs of something connected to Buddhist practitioners, practicing life, if you don't have, that is not a suitable place. But today, we don't have to think that way. All of you are lucky in that sense, so that's auspicious, right? Blessing is there for us. So we have a temple. Anytime we can walk in, anytime we can see the monks, anytime you can talk, discuss any question regarding the spiritual life. So we need a temple to improve our spiritual qualities, right? Yes? Later on I'm going to ask you questions. So therefore you have to listen, or else you have to ask me questions. Okay? I will give you some time to ask questions. We have a limited time, so I will not go beyond the time. So I will do my best to give you more, as much as I can from this discourse. There are 38 factors in the Mangala Sutta. So I suggest all the children to go into that Mangala Sutta and find it. You can find it in the internet and read it. Try to understand it. You will not lose anything but gain. Very positive to enhance our spiritual as well as your well-being through your education, what you are expecting. Spiritual life is helping you to have a better education. So your minds are clear, you can learn well. So that's the reason why your parents are bringing you to temple. Okay? So, to have done meritorious actions in the past, what does it mean? To have done meritorious action in the past. In reality, there are we need a lot of time to explain these things, yet, at least we have to have something short. Pubbecha kata punyata. I think many of you might have heard. Kata punya means previous karmas that we have done. Punya, word, punya. The positive karmas, wholesome karmas. You do whatever the good things, wishing peace and happiness, having compassionate thoughts. If you do anything for the benefit of yourself as well as the others, that is called punya. That kind of deeds are producing, in other words, karmic energy. I can say that. In other words, that you may understand. Karma, those things bear fruits later on in life. So, Pubbecha Kata Punya means what we have done in previous lives, what you have wrote. For example, if you do whatever you do now, I don't think that we all come as, bear fruit in this lifetime perhaps. But as far as we are living every day, we are doing activities, actions, intentional action, volitional actions. I don't know if small ones understand that. You want to do something, thinking this is very nice. Those things are called volitional actions. So these things are producing karmas. Karmas should be coming as resultants either this life or hereafter. So such karmas, according to teachings, there are karmas that result which we have done previously, also coming into benefit now. So such meritorious karmas should be there. We should have those punyas in our lives. And to have set oneself of right course. Atta samma paindich etang mangalam uttama. Towards what does it mean is, here, to setting oneself in the right course means for success, for our emancipation, for our liberation. So Buddha didn't talk about, something else here. Of course, we can use it for you to be successful in your, as students, school life, education. So that the procedures are what you have to do to setting you in the right course. Studying well, working hard, setting your goals and working hard. So that could be for spiritual life also, we have to set our goals and working hard. So both sides we can benefit from this, from that gatha. So in that one it goes, suitable locality, having meritorious deed which you have done past, and to have set oneself on the right course, right path. And the next one comes, vast learning, perfect handicraft, highly trained discipline, and pleasant speech. This is a blessing supreme. Vast learning. What does it mean by vast learning? You know, during the Buddha's time, we said, nowadays we call well-read person. You read a lot. By reading what you do, you gather information. Right? You collect so much of information. So you have knowledge. So vast knowledge. So Buddha's time, during that time, they were listening. They learned by listening, not reading. So this is why you always listen to these sutras. Though very melodically you can listen to those things. But when you read it, sometimes certain sutras, not these with gathas, certain other sutras are repeated versions are there. Again and again, repeat. Very minor change, just repeating. Why? They listen and learn, and that way they could remember well. But today, you don't need, but what you do is read and collect that information. At the time, Buddha's time, by listening, they collected the information. So this is how they became Bahusutta. Bahusutta means well-read person who has a lot of knowledge. So you can gain that by learning, by reading today. So highly trained, vast learning, perfect handicraft. What is handicraft means? Your skills, craft. So it's not only by learning, by you are going through the training, you know how to do certain things. I think as the technology develops, I think you younger people, you do learn many things. You can fix a computer. That's a craft. So by learning those things, these are important things for us to have a successful life. So as you growing up, going to school, we are improving ourselves in every aspect of our lives. Spirituality and your knowledge and your skills. So this is what are we getting from here. And pleasant speech. How does that? We covered in earlier too. Pleasant speech. If we using harsh, rude language, our language skills, verbally we can do 4 kinds of mistakes. What are these 4? You can lie to your friends, or lie to your parents. You can lie to your teachers, right? So we promise not to do them. That is how Buddhist practice children are practicing. We always observe precepts, in that is included. And not to lie. Not to use harsh or rude language. Rude language is very unpleasant. That is, in other words, we call abusing. You are abuse me. So we should not abuse anyone by using inappropriate language. And also you can spread rumors about your friends. That is also not a good thing. So that is also another precept. And also we promise not to gossip. Gossiping also not benefiting to anybody. So therefore we have to remember that too. Promising yourself, determining yourself. I think this is a hard one. Once you get together, you want to talk something. By talking, what we do is sometimes we will be talking unnecessary things. If we do unnecessary sayings, what happens is we accumulate not good karmas, but bad karmas. Right? What happens if you do have a lot of bad karmas? what will happen to us? Huh? Unpleasant life. That's very true. If we have a lot of bad karmas, we will have we have to pay back, we have to do the unpleasant life, miserable life in other words, right? So that is, therefore we have to be very careful. So our mind, our body, our words are the three different ways that we are active. So these three different ways, if we do not guard well, we will accumulate unwholesome karmas. So therefore we have to be very mindful not to accumulate unwholesome karmas. So then next one comes. So we have to keep those things in mind. And next one comes the support of a father and mother. Mata pitu patthana. That's how it goes in the sutra. The support of father and mother, the cherishing of wife and children, and peaceful occupation. This is blessing supreme. So this is, what do we have here? Our duties. This is, for children you can take the support of father and mother. Of course you can support them by helping them as according to your skill, according to your age. There are certain things that you can. Especially this is, as you grown up, what you do is, you go to school, you have, finish your schools, and you become a person who is working. Once you become a working person, definitely, that's what your parents are doing now. Your parents are taking care of their parents, their friends, their relatives, everybody, right? Yes? They do. They take care of you. They take care of family. So this is something very important too. We have to keep in our mind. Maintaining our family relationship, doing it well. So if we don't take care of our parents, elderly parents, where are they going to get help with? Other people may help, but that is our duty as children. This is our duty to take care of our older parents. So that's also children has to remember. Maybe one day we will have to do that, right? Today you as children, they are taking care of you. So when you become older, you in the right age, definitely you all have to take care of your elderly parents. Otherwise what happens? No blessing. No blessing, right? You cannot be happy. Can you be happy? When your parents are suffering, if you ignore your duties, you cannot be happy. So even though that you don't show it, your inside, inner heart, you are crying inside. Why? I couldn't take care of my parents. So we should not leave any room for that kind of situation. So that's also, as children, we have to remember. And peaceful occupation. What could be the peaceful occupation? So we have to choose, Buddhist people have to choose right occupations. Something nice, something we are serving other people. Especially there are certain occupations we should not do. Occupations or vocation we should not do. Some things like animal slaughtering, right? Suppose if you happen to get a job in that kind of place, are you going to go? No, right? It's not easy for us to do that. So, and also, what else? Drugs making. What kind of drugs? Drugs are going to heal us, right? That kind of drugs may be addictive drugs, okay? Addictive drugs, that's no. We could not do that. We could not sell that kind of things, right? So we have to be very careful. And what else? Weapons, poisons, things like that. We should be away from those things. Because they are, when you look at it, they get involved with things destroying lives. That's the reason for it. Okay? So there are, let me give me one more gatha and then we stop there, okay? There's liberal giving, righteous conduct, the helping of relatives, and blameless actions. So these also important few things. Liberal giving, dhanancha dhammacharyacha. Dana, I think all of you take part, even small children who are sitting here, right? Because your parents are coming. That's also one kind of dana. That's in the dana giving in the temple. Is that the only dana we can do? Somebody can tell us, share us? Yes. Give blood also dana, yes. Blood donation. What else? Many different ways that we can do things. Not only, yes. Charity. You do charity work. All children, you can do some charity works. Some helping other people. And thinking of poor children who are living somewhere else. Or doing something at helping out some people there in Texas. Floods were there. I think last few months ago you were doing that in Sri Lanka. They had floods, so you did some help to those people who were troubled by that water. So a lot of things we can do. All those nice things that we do out of compassion are called dana. So something you give out of compassion for the benefit of other people, what you have. That is called dana. So I think all of you can do that. So, and also that we are not doing that. If you do such thing, you are not doing that with intention of getting help from those people, right? That is not your intention. We are just doing it for the benefit of those people, not expecting they come back to you and do some help to you. That is not your expectation. So, righteous conduct, dhammacharya, that's a nice word. So it's nice to remember. Dhanancha dhammacharyacha. Practicing Dhamma. We are just listening Dhamma and we do practice it in our everyday life. I think that is how Buddhist life is going to be. If you do remember what I'm supposed to do as a Buddhist child, or what I'm not supposed to do, so then definitely you are you are practicing what you learn. And in other sense, dhammacharya means righteous. Righteous conduct in your daily life, you do right things. Right things, not wrong things, right? So always do what we're supposed to do. If we learn from your parents, this is you are not supposed to do. For example, killing any living beings. That is not righteous. Sometimes you may be thinking, oh, this bug is hurting me, so I killed it. Is that righteous? No, right? Yes. Bugs are hurting, but we have to figure it out, what else can we do? Something different than killing them, right? Or if you steal some things from other people, is that righteous? That's not going to be righteous. If your friend has something that you don't have, you can borrow it, but you cannot definitely. What does it mean? Yes, you can borrow it, but you cannot steal it from that friend or even from your ayya or nangi or akka, right? So you have to inform. And also that will be helping you to maintain your nice relationship. Yes. Okay, thank you. So you have to get permission, right? Yes? And that's what you have to do. You have to get permission. Or you have to give permission to your brother or sister. Okay? So that's very nice. You remember that one. So, not to do anything bad. So in that sense, right, doing right things. So we will be practicing righteous conduct. And helping your relatives. Ñātakananca sangaho. So, in our, I don't know, here we don't have extended families, but in Sri Lanka like places, we are all living very close proximity, close by. Your home, maybe your grandma is there, grandpa is there, right? Amma, tata, and your siblings, everybody is together. Yes? And your uncles and aunties will be not far away from you either. So they are also living nearby you, right? Next door neighbor perhaps. So that's going to be uncles and aunties. So we will have to take care of them too sometimes. We have to treat them nice, right? Time to time your parents invite them and ask them to come for dinner or some come for lunch. That is to maintain your relationship. Otherwise, what happens? What would happen if you never invite them? So maybe, I have relatives, but they never take care of us. They never like us. They never invite us. So that kind of attitude also can take place. So doesn't have to treat highly, but whatever the way you can simply, you can invite your relatives and treat them with a cup of tea. That would be a nice thing. That's your maintaining your relationship, showing your friendliness, showing your caring. So those things are important. So that is called Ñātakanan Sanghor, the helping of relatives. Or else, of course, when they need, you all can go and help them too, when they needed help, okay? So, and blameless action. What could be the blameless action? Anavajjani kammani. If anybody could blame you for what you do, that is not nice. Something you may be doing at your home, but another person who is passing by could blame you for that. Maybe you are doing it not the right way. You are doing it something differently, but could be harmful. Maybe you did not know that, so therefore the other people will be blaming. Who did this? So that means that you didn't do something in the right way. So even sometimes Amma and Tata will do that too, ask you that question. Who did this? Why that question comes? Because you did not do it right way. You didn't even complete it. You maybe cleaned your yard and you collected the dirt there. Or your, leaves collected, you didn't throw them. Even that was wrong. If you start something, you have to finish it. Right? I think this is how we have to learn from your childhood. If you do that, take care of things nicely, that could be great blessing. So that is your well-organized life. So that will be a blessing to you as well as to your parents. Because when you mess up everything, there's no blessing. Why? When Amma or Tata says it, they upsetting their mind. So then, therefore, what you did, you didn't do right. Okay? So that's how it's going to be a blame-worthy action, not blameless action. So we have to learn to do things blame as a blameless action. So keep that in your mind, okay? So I think that is enough for children. Of course, there are more things are to discuss and also details to discuss, but for us, for you children, this is good enough for today, right? If you have any questions, I think we can discuss few more minutes and then we will do the chanting, the get Pirit Nool and go home, right? Okay? Anybody has any questions? From what side? So I suggest all the children, remember, I think all of you can understand, you can go to the internet and there are plenty of things, beautiful things. This is a real plan for our lives. This is what we said was in how we begin our lives, and as it goes to the end of it, what we say is Buddhuhanu discuss about, how we achieve our peace by how we liberate our minds as goal, what we call as attaining Nibbana. Even that is included in this Maha Mangala Sutta. So, Demawapiyanta puluwan එක බලන්න. මේ මහා මංගල සූත්‍රයේ great blessing කියන එක බොහොම අර්ථයක් තියෙනවා. ඒ අර්ථය තමයි අපේ ජීවිතයේ ආරම්භයේ ඉඳලා සකස් කරගෙන ක්‍රමක්‍රමයෙන් බොහොම සාර්ථක ජීවිතයක් හැටියට මේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් කියනවනේ මේ ධර්මයේ ගැන කතා කරනකොට කියනවා අපේ මේ ධර්මයේ තියෙන්නේ මේ බොහෝ විට බුදුහාමුදුරු දේශනා කරලා තියෙන පැවිද්දන්ට කියලා. පැවිද්දන් විතරක් නෙමෙයි. මේ සාමාන්‍ය ජීවිතයක් දියුණු කරගන්න හැටි මේ මංගල සූත්‍රයේ තියෙන්නේ. නැවතරක් ඔයත්ොත් කියවලා බලන්න මේකේ අවසානයේට යනකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? අපි මේ ධර්මයට ලැබි පිරිසක් කරලා ඒ ධර්මයෙන් අපි ලබන ඵලය මොකද්ද අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන ඵලය? නිවන් සුවය. ඒ නිවන් සුවය අශෝකං විරජං කේමං ඒතං මංගල මුත්තම. අවසානට යනකොට මේ පවෙන් දුරු වෙලා කුසලතාවයන් වඩලා ඒ ക്ഷേම භූමියට අපි ළඟා වෙන හැටි තමයි මේ සූත්‍රයෙන් දේශනා කරන්නේ. ඉතින් අපි මේ හැමදාම කිව්වා කියලා මේකෙන් බ්ලෙසිං වෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපි මේක තේරුම් අරගෙන මේක අපේ ජීවිතයට අදාළ කරගත්තොත් තමයි අන්න අපි නියම ප්‍රතිඵලය ලැබුවා වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් කල්පනා කරලා බලන්න මේක තියෙන හොඳ අපූර්ව ලස්සනයි. ඉතින් එහෙම කියව ඒ ගමන ඒක තේරුම් අරගත්තොත් එහෙම මේක කියවමින් රස විඳිමින් ඔයත් යන ධර්මයේ තමන්ගේ ජීවිතේ පුරුදු පුහුණු කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා ඒ සඳහා උත්සාහ කරන්න. ඉතින් මේ දරුවන්ට මම හිතුවා මේ මංගල සූත්‍රය ගැන කියවන්නත් ඕනේ. මංගල සූත්‍ර හැමදාම අහන තුන් සූත්‍රයනේ නේද? ඉතින් ඒ නිසා මම කල්පනා කරා මේ සූත්‍රය හඳුන්වා දීමක් හැටියට මෙහෙම කළොත් එහෙම දරුවන්ට පුළුවන් වේවි. දරුවන්ටත් කියලා දෙන්නේ ඒක උනන්දු කරන්න. මේක තමන්ගේ ජීවිතවල එදිනෙදා බොහෝම ප්‍රතිඵල ගන්න පුළුවන්, ආදර්ශ ගන්න පුළුවන් හොඳ ප්‍රබල ශක්තිමත් සූත්‍රයක් කියලා මතක තියාගන්න. මතක තියාගෙන ඒවා මේ ළමයින්ටත් කියා දෙන්න උත්සාහ කරන්න. මේක එක දවසින් කිව්වට ළමයිගේ මනසට එකතු වෙන එකක් නැහැ. නමුත් අපි එහෙම පොඩ් කරොත් එහෙම මම හිතනවා හොඳ වැදගත් ප්‍රතිඵලයක් බෞද්ධ ජීවිතයක් අපට හුරු කරගෙන යහපත් ඵල ලබන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා. ඉතින් එහෙම අදිෂ්ඨාන කරගෙන අපි අද මෙතනින් නතර කරමු. හොඳයි. එහෙනම් හැම දිනාටම තෙරුවන් සරණයි. හැම දිනාටම ධර්මයේ පුහුණු කළා හොඳ ආශිර්වාද ලබන්න පුළුවන් වේවි කියලා පුළුවන් වේවා කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. So all you children, I encourage all of you to keep in your mind the discourse of Mangala Sutta. May these teachings be helpful for us to have successful lives here and also successful life as spiritually. May we all be able to follow this Dhamma, live in this Dhamma, and attain the ultimate goal of Nibbana by the virtuousness of this merit. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. So if you have any questions, I'm ready to answer, but I didn't see anybody. Even if you did not understand, it's still nice to say that. පිරිත් ගාතාවක් කියලා එන අපි නායකයන්ගේ අපි හැම කියමුද? එහෙනම් කියන්න හොඳයි. හොඳයි. එහෙනම් ඔය ළමයි කවුරුත් අද දවසේ අද කීයද? 2යිනේ නේද? 7 වෙනිදානේ ඉස්කෝලේ යන්නේ. 7th you go back to school. So wish all of you very successful school year, trouble-free school year, okay? For you to do very successfully all the studies, and to have good friends, to have good relationship with your teachers and other friends in the school. So wishing that, we will say the Gatha. Okay, අහන්න. පිරිත් ගාථාවක් කියන්නම් හැම දිනාටම තෙරුවන් සරණින් මේ සියලු දෙව් රැකවරණින් සියලු ආරක්ෂා රැකවරණය දියුණු අභිවෘද්ධිය සැලසේවා කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනාවෙන් පිරිත් දේශනා කරනවා. නායකයන්
සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු වරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු වරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස
කරණීය මත්ත
කුසලේන යන්තං සන්තං පදං අபிසමිච්ඡ සක්ඛෝ උජුච සූජුච සුවචෝ චස්ස මුදුවනත්
අනී සන්තුස්සකෝච
සුභරෝච අප්පකිච්ඡෝච සල්ලෞක බුද්ධි
සන්තින්ද්‍රියෝච නිපකෝච
අපගබ්බෝ කුලේසු අනනුගිද්දෝන ච කුද්දං සමාචරේ කිංචියේන විඤ්ඤෝ පරේ
පවදෙය්‍යුං
සුඛිනෝ වා khේමිනෝන්තු සබ්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තා ඒකේචිපාන භූතත්ති
තසාවා තාවරාවා
අනවශේෂාදී වායේ මහන්තාවා මජ්ජිමා රස්සකානුකතුලා
දිඨාවා
ඒව අද්දිඨායේච දුරේ වසන්ති අවිදුරේ භූතාවා සම්භවේසීවා
සබ්බේ සත්තා
භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තාන පරෝපරන් නිකුබ්බේත නාති මඤ්ඤේත කත්ත ජිනං කංචි
යාරෝසනා පටිග සංඥානාඤ්ඤ මඤ්ඤස්ස
දුක්ඛමිච්ඡේය මාතා යතානි අංකුත්තං ආයුසා ඒක පුත්ත මනුරක්කේ වම්පි සබ්බ භූතේසු
මාන සංභාවයේ
අපරිමාණං මෙත්තං ච සබ්බ ලෝකස්මින් මාන සංභාවයේ අපරිමාණං උද්ධං අදෝච
තිරියං ච අසංබාධං
අවේරං අසපත්තං තිට්ඨං චරං නිසින්නෝ වාසයානෝ ආයාව තස්ස විගත මිද්දෝ ඒතං
සතින් අදිඨේය
බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාවෝ දිට්ඨිං ච අනුපගම්ම සීලවා දස්සනේන සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනය්‍යගේ ධං නයි ජාතු ගබ්බසෙය්‍යං පුනරේතිති තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන
සබ්බ දුක්ඛං
විනස්සතු ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සබ්බ භයං විනස්සතු ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සබ්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු
සබ්බීතියෝ
විවජ්ජන්තු සබ්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු මාතේ භවත්වංතරායෝ සුඛී
දීඝායුකෝ
භවතු සබ්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සබ්බ දේවතා සබ්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේ සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සබ්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු
සබ්බ දේවතා
සබ්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සබ්බ මංගලං
රක්ඛන්තු සබ්බ
දේවතා සබ්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ. Say sadhu, sadhu.
When monks finish chanting, or when we finish saying gatha, offering puja, so you always have to say sadhu nicely loud. That's a sign of you are agreeing, you're finishing, that's the end of it. So that's therefore always learn to practice that. That would be a very nice thing. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. At the beginning we do that, at the end we do that, okay? Okay, let's go get Pirit Nula. Hey.